Welcome back, friends and fans of Jason's Home Show. This is another behind the curtain look at episode 8. Right now we're in Chamonix, Pennsylvania, where it all began. We are walking through some graveyard that I walked through probably before the first episode ever shot. But where we're heading to right now is where we actually shot the first episode. I've spent the night in Northeast Philly and the Chamonix, catching up with some friends, old and new. Ran into my old buddy Joe Raisin, one of my best friends from childhood. It's good to see him. Saw his mom, it's great to see her. Met up with Juan, who you may recognize from episode 3. Juan and Eddie, Juan / Ray, call it whatever you want. Ran into me in the woods when I was inventorying my gear for the wrap up on episode 3. Yeah, and I was actually heading out of this area when that occurred. So the graveyard that we're walking through right now is pretty cool. It contains a pet cemetery that I had a lot of fun wandering around and reading all the headstones of the names of all the pets that are buried here. And yeah, kind of got my bearings here, so it's good to be back. Like I said, ran into some old friends, meeting some new friends. I'm actually on my way right now to meet my man Jake. He's gonna walk me down to the cat to see if the cat's still around. Hopefully she is. Last time I saw her, she had some kittens scattering around. It's starting to get cold. It's like bitter cold today. Juan said the weather report said it was going to be about 40 degrees, but it feels a little warmer than that. It's a little windy, not terribly windy, but the cold's biting. It's that biting kind of cold, stings your fingers. I have not yet found my gloves, but I did get a new shirt. Walked by the Chamonix Mall and stopped at Sears. They had some cool outdoorsy stuff, and took care of that situation. Like a lot of situations I've been finding myself in, I have not come totally prepared. Is that Jake? It was a long time ago. Who are you? Oh, gotta check in on this guy. No, that's Todd. Yeah, Todd. Her name was Jessica. She was in the Navy. And it's just been another wonderful day. Like I was saying, I've been unprepared or underprepared for some of the situations I found myself in, and whatever I've needed just kind of magically appeared before me. So I have no worries on this end. Joe was actually dropping me off at Ray's house, but he was a little busy with this cute girl that he knows. So in the meantime, we happened to drive by the same exact Wawa where my journey kind of began, so to speak. When I first found myself homeless, I had stayed with this one friend for a couple days, then stayed with this other friend for a couple days, and went back with the other friend. Here and there, I slept in a couple different parks, but when it was really time to hit the road, I picked a park that I knew. It was Pennypack Park. The reason that I picked that park was that it was in Northeast Philly. I had reason to believe some other people were living in that park because I had seen them charging electronics and stuff. So I thought it would be a good place to kind of get started. It was very familiar to me, and there would be some other people that I would be able to get tips from and stuff. But on the way there, this girl suggested Ben Salem. And I'd never spent a whole lot of time in Ben Salem, but I thought, yeah, why not? Why not get the hell out of Philadelphia? Ben Salem sounds great. And there was a Wawa that we pulled up on. And I thought that would be a good place to kind of center, because Wawa is open 24 hours a day. It's easy to get directions to and from a Wawa. And right across the street from the Wawa was the area that you'll see in, I guess, episodes 1, 2, and 3, which I thought was woods, but it really wasn't woods at all. It was more like a house that had been destroyed, and it was just kind of surrounded by very shallow woods, and that's where I lost half my stuff, which has all since been replaced. It's only stuff. And that mausoleum over there is where at one time I charged electronics before filming episode 1. There's a bunch of outlets over there. You can sit down and relax with the dead people and charge your stuff if you ever really needed to. So anyway, Joe and I were driving on our way toward Juan's area, his neck of the woods, and hadn't yet got him on the phone. And when we drove by that Wawa, we drove by this church that I slept outside of once. I said, just drive me off here, man. I know my way from here. I've done this before, and I have no worries. Just drive me off here and be totally fine. And he did. And I did end up catching up with Juan and crashed at his house last night. Met his mom, his grandma. They made me spaghetti meatballs. Smoked some weed, played Call of Duty. It was a good time. And like I said, right now on our way to meet Jake and grab some cat food and feed the cat. I do not have a whole lot of time to hang out in Philly. I'm sorry, in the Chamonix. I got to make it back to Philly by early evening. Got some things to do. I have a birthday party to attend. Jacob, my buddy, his birthday's today, and I'm gonna wish him a happy birthday. Looking forward to seeing him later. And wow, it looks like there is a whole bunch of geese or something over there. And I do not know where the pet cemetery is. It's probably somewhere else, but this will be fun. I wish I had some food to feed the geese. I do not. But let's see how they take to me walking through their little posse. There's probably 100 at least of them, so this will be fun. What's up, guys? You're on Jason's Homeless Show. I was once surrounded by a bunch of geese and feeding them. It got kind of scary. They can be pretty aggressive. Oh, there's the church. If you can see it. We'll see it when we get closer. But yeah, I'm very, very comfortable here. I've slept in these woods. They're sounding the alarm. Oh, they're flying. They don't like me spinning around like that. That's cool. It's like the Red Sea just got parted for me. The Red Sea of geese. It's weird. I wonder where the pet cemetery is. Looks like we missed it. We could actually cut through the area that I originally cut through to find this place, and that's out those woods over there, because I had looked at my map earlier. I'm meeting Jake at a Wawa, but I am not 100% sure where I'm at right now. So let's just wrap this video up, this behind the curtain look at episode 8. I will check back in with you once I meet up with Jake and grab the cat food, and we'll see if the cat's there.